I'd like to introduce Kathy Abernathy. Kathy has practiced the art and science of illumination engineering for the last 23 years, winning awards nationally and internationally, and she does that while being based out of Rhode Island. Kathy.
Tonight I want to talk about inspiration, presentation, and realization. It's just the fun part of our job. Of course, inspiration, this is, you all know it? Anybody been? It's an incredible inspiration for many, many things. Number one, fire. Caveman, right? Fire was our first light. It protected us. It heated us. It's an incredible source. Water. We have to have water. Putting them together, listening to the sounds of fire and water, that's incredibly inspirational. And then, of course, because we are who we are today, we take it to the next level, and we bring in our own music and our own fun and food and everything, and it just becomes a great evening. I want to know how many here have been there more than once. A lot of us. I mean, it is a great, great place to be. And don't forget about the smell of fire, too. I was trained in theater, and in 1988 I had a son, and I had to find a real job. And this is where I wound up. So in the theater, you're really taught to collaborate. Collaboration is the key to success, and you're taught to be vulnerable, let your ideas out, play. And one of the ways we do that is through visuals. Not everybody is a visual person. So in order to tell them what you are thinking, a good way is to find your inspiration in the next few slides. The first one here is the artist, the painter. I teach a class at the Boston Architectural College, and one of the projects is for the students to get a painting and then explain to me the lighting. Where is it coming from? Is it real? Is it artistic license? Figure it out, learn it, because that's what you see. That's what these artists tell you what to see. The Vermeer picture of the girl in the window is a painting that I used when I lit the diary of Anne Frank many years ago. Remember, Anne Frank lived in the top floor of a house in Amsterdam, so it only made sense that the light would come through the windows. And everybody understood that. So all my lighting got to come from one direction, I got to be bold, and it turned out really nicely. And this is Mondrian, a great artist that, I mean, look, they've taken his art and they put it on somebody's clothing. There's some inspiration. The one is a light box. This one here is an actual light box. And if you know anything about LEDs today, you can do that very easy, programming with LEDs. The bottom is the Hard Rock Cafe in London. That's their back bar. Just again, showing you the inspiration. Has anybody heard of James Churro? He's an incredible light artist. Another somebody we can draw inspiration from. He's not a painter. His art is light. And this picture is from the Guggenheim, which I believe he's there through July, maybe into August, but check it out. I know I'll be going down because he does incredible light art. All three of these are from him. And then the sun. The sun is an incredible inspiration for us. This light and darkness here, what we see is contrast. So light and pattern is very, very interesting to us. It excites us very much, and so this is something that architects always want to repeat at night. So as the lighting designer, they want you to bring that back in at night, because look at how cool that is just to walk through. And then this is a church as well, bringing the lights in sporadic pattern. And of course, the cathedral there, just incredibly powerful. Again, sunrise, sunset. Now, I was part of a program one time where a lighting designer was doing a talk, and he asked all the lighting designers he knew to send in their favorite sunset picture. Well, you can imagine how different they all were, but they were all inspirational. They were all beautiful. Some were over water, some were over mountains, some were over sand. I mean, it's just incredible, and they're always different colors, and you're always looking at that as well. This is a set of pictures of a very, very good lighting design firm called Spears & Major. They're out of Edinburgh, and this, we draw inspiration from our peers as well. This is the Pawtucket Bridge, I-95. We were lucky enough to be put on that project. This was our SketchUp, then photoshopped rendering of what it's going to look like. And just so you know, anything you see up there that's blue will have the capability to color change. It will not color change while you're driving over the bridge. It will wait. It'll just be for each holiday, kind of like the Capitol building, mostly because RIDOT is concerned. It's a liability, and of course we agree with that. This now becomes kind of like the realization of the presentation. This is a full-scale mock-up of the sculpture that sits on the top here. It was a full-scale mock-up that the person that is creating the sculpture did, and then we, again, got the lighting put in there, and it sat in front of the Pawtucket City Hall until I think it was Hurricane Sandy came through, they put it away. So it's now in their RIDOT's yard, and the lights are in my basement. But if you come September, the third week of September, we're going to set up a guerrilla lighting here for this event, so you'll get to see them then. And this is the difference. We did the New World of CocaCola. We were just doing a small mock-up in our office. And this is the bank building on Main Street downtown. We were working with the gentleman who owned the house to light up the dome. And these are just mock-ups. These things are invaluable because we don't see light. Light reflects off something, and that's what we see. So you can explain until you're blue in the face, but until you show them, they may or may not understand. This, again, this is a little video. This is a project we're doing in Saudi Arabia. It's a mock-up for the client so that he can see that the ceiling looks like it's volcanic. This is the Crayola Factory. It just opened a few weeks ago. We did portions of it. These are incredible interactives for kids. These are iPads that the kids draw on, and what they're drawing is projected all along the walls. I mean, some of this is wicked cool, and what you draw with looks like a crayon. So, of course, we get to go aim these things and play before anybody else does. The Smithsonian on the water, again, I'll just get you to look. You see, this is all the same gallery, but there's different patterns. We're in different spaces talking about different parts of shipping. This, of course, is a window to make you feel like you're down. That's that whole sun thing happening, right? That we saw in the beginning with the sun coming through the panels. Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. We were one of the 5 lighting designers that were hired to light this. I'll try to explain this. It's kind of tough. Has anybody been there? I had the unfortunate fun of staying 2.5 months, but this is actually an indoor amusement park. So the Ferrari roof you're seeing here is the houses 11 or 12 buildings inside. There were 5 lighting designers hired to design. There were 2 lighting design firms hired to come out and aim and program all the rides and everything, and we were lucky enough to be one of them. Next time you go on a dark ride, look at the lighting. Somebody's laid it out, programmed it, thought about it, wants you to feel a certain way. This is the only indoor water flume, I believe. So you go through the water flume in the dark, and it takes you through how a Ferrari engine works. These are the pistons or something, right? Ripley's, believe it or not, in Piccadilly Square, we lit the exterior with LEDs. We had to go through the whole Historical Society to make sure we weren't doing anything